Hello and welcome to GTVR. I have a very unusual car for the Le Mans 700 race today. This is the Cappuccino 91. You might be wondering, what in the world are you thinking? But hold on, just wait it out. Here's my settings first of all. Just bear that in mind. I'm going to show you my tune for the gearbox. This is the fully customizable racing gearbox. And here are my settings for each gears. And then here's my suspension setting. It took a lot of work to get this car to be drivable with this engine. It's the 13B REW RX7 engine, putting out a whopping 401 brake horsepower, and we are only at 730 kilos of weight on this car. So you can imagine there's a lot of power going through the chassis. The chassis is reinforced. We're going to get right into the game. Let's get the race started. If you're not subscribed, do please hit the subscribe button. We're on fuel map 6 here. This car is rapid on acceleration. Don't even get me started. I'm going to stay behind the Ferrari here. It'll help me judge my braking distance because, like I said, this car loves to accelerate. It's great on the straight. However, it does not like to stop. You might wonder why in the world will this be the first video on this channel. There is a very good reason for that. This channel is about, Gran Turismo, GT in general, VR racing. So, of course, I've got my VR headset with GTVR right on it. If you love the vibe, you enjoy this type of videos, talk through racing, on cuts. Oh, by the way, I wonder what's the general gist on going off track to get past the pack? Let me know in the comments below. I am quite new to Gran Turismo, so you can follow my journey here on this channel as I learn new things and explore new cars. Le Mans 700 is my favorite race in this game. Of course, it's the highest paying as well. That is up for debate actually, because Sardinia offers, I think equivalent. If it depends on how long it takes you to finish your race, your 7 laps at Le Mans. So it depends on the weather. Sometimes you can take about 34, 35 minutes even, and sometimes you can get closer to the 30-minute mark. So hence why I said it's not necessarily the highest paying at Le Mans, but I don't do this for the grind. I do it for the sheer fun of it. So I do enjoy this track genuinely. I've got about 20 different cars that are tuned to exactly 700 performance points for Le Mans. That's how much I enjoy these tracks. Hence why I came up with this Frankenstein, which I do enjoy. As you can see, I'm very excited about this car. I haven't actually driven it in a while, so I'm still trying to, as you can see, I'm still trying to find my braking points. We're in P9. Okay, we're safe. Okay, alright, let's go. So we're in P9 on lap 1. We've got about 3 laps on fuel map 6. I'm just going to try and catch up a bit. We'll drop it to fuel map 1 there, which is going to put me in trouble at the next stop, because at the next corner. So I'm going to find it hard to slow down. So I'm going to start slowing down way before 200. It just brings me closer to these guys. And I've got to be early on the brakes again. I'm going to carry on in second gear. This is not a lap chasing exercise, by the way. I just race for the fun of it. I don't want to be the fastest. I have no intention of being the fastest, but I want to be that guy that has the most fun. And that's why I'm just documenting how I enjoy to race. I've got the GT Player Racing Cockpit, which I'm sitting in right now. I do have a video review that I did on it about a week ago when I basically rebirthed this channel. This was an old channel I had for something else about 2 years ago, but I never really did anything with it. So I said, why not? Let's repurpose it and see how we get on. A bit more about myself. I'm Nigerian. Grew up in Ireland, so I'm Irish. I'm an Irish national. I'm based in the UK, Manchester to be precise. Do let me know where you're from in the comments below. And I hope we can get acquainted to one another. And if you do have a YouTube channel, let me know what your channel is. If you're commenting with your channel, I will check you out. And let's connect. Let's have some fun. Let me see. So I'm at traction control setting 1, which requires me to be quite tactile with my accelerator and trying to focus into these corners. I made it. I think I got a decent judge of my braking points on lap 1 by staying behind the Ferrari. So it's a handy tip if you're not sure about a car or a track. I do tend to just judge my braking distance, though of course, notwithstanding, different cars do have different braking limits, but it helps me judge it a bit anyway. I'm just gonna have a look on the weather. If you're not familiar with the weather radar on GT7, my suggestion would be keep it on the absolute widest, so just zoom out all the way so you can see the weather well in advance and you'll be able to judge it. I'm on racing soft here. I believe on the long straights we're doing about 300 kilometers an hour, so it's quite quick. I can appreciate that it takes this car quite a while to slow down, so that's fine. We're still on fuel map 1 now. I can kind of catch a glimpse of the weather here, so I'm starting to feel like we're going to get a bit of wetness on at the end of lap 2 going into lap 3. It's quite possible if you look on the right hand side of the radar here. I am going quite fast, so I'm going to be early on the brakes here. I started braking on the 300 mark, and that's just about enough for me to slow down here. I'm going to keep tight around here, and okay, we'll link the apex perfectly. Right, let's go. If you're learning to be faster, you're not going to learn from me. You're going to learn how to have fun. You're going to learn a lot. It's all banter. My races are not going to be cut. They're going to be completely uncut, with the exception of the replay videos being chopped in between, just to add a bit more flavor to it, I suppose. You know exactly what to expect when you come here, and that's exactly what I want to deliver. I'm going to keep that consistency throughout all my footage. I'm not about perfection here, I'm just about the fun, so I don't take myself too seriously. Please do not take me too seriously. I just want to have fun. Oh, whoa, 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 they are spinning me out. I should not have done that. I thought I was driving a different car for a moment. This car was surprisingly doing well, so I was trying to go for a late braking and really just catch it on the inside, keeping it tight. But of course I knew that was not going to happen here because I do not have the stopping power, so I kind of just gave up on it. But they almost tried to box me out there. I'm glad I wasn't spun out because it would have taken quite a while to recover from that. We're having a pretty good lap so far, albeit that little mishap. And the Dodge Viper is really closing in on me on the outside there. I'm gonna just keep it tight here. Let's stay on the inside. Let's stay on the inside. Drop into third gear, and I should be able to cut across from there. Yeah, there we go. Keeping it tight. Weather is looking okay. I'm not going to be able to make the next lap, unfortunately. A bit of mismanagement on fuel here, so we're just going for fuel on this lap. We won't worry about it. Okay. And he's just hit me for no reason. Come on. Alright, we're in the pits. We're still on racing softs. Weather is looking okay, so I'm not going to change tire right now. I don't see a lot of wetness on the track. I should have gone back to fuel map 6. So, perfect example of mishaps doing the lane on 700, especially when you're with a car like this. It really gets you thinking on what could really go wrong here. There's so much that can go wrong, and I feel like it has already gone wrong. Poor fuel management at the very start. Brilliant. How much more exciting can it get? Can we recover from this? We're at P11, P13, P15. We're probably going to be edging all the way to P20. I really should have gone on intermediate here, but I didn't. So let's just check the weather again and see how we're looking. Weather is fine. Weather is fine. Weather is fine. Oh, come on! I wasn't thinking that. Weather is fine. I was too focused on the weather radar. We had a bit of a collision there. Hopefully we catch that nicely on the replay. Windscreen wipers are starting to come on. Tires still have some grip on it anyway, so I think we'll make it. Oh, we made a good call. We might be able to stay out a bit longer. I just need to conserve fuel now. So let me get back on my fuel management. We're gonna go lean all the way to fuel map 6. Just move on the outside here. Just passing the Toyota now. We've got 3 cars ahead of us. Really could have done with a bit of acceleration, but we'll just about squeeze past them here. And I'm gonna move back into the inside. Or to the outside, should I say. There we go. I don't think we're gonna stop inside. Nope, we couldn't stop in time. Oh, tires are giving out. Tires are giving out. Oh, and we just crashed. We'll just let them pass safely. Let's go. Okay, we're back in the race. We're back in the race. This is what it's about, guys. I'm not gonna cut that out. Once we crash, we move on. This is part of racing. We're keeping it real out here. It happens to the best of us. I'm definitely not the best of us, so it definitely is going to happen to me. I'm not going to promise it won't happen again, because it might just happen on the next corner. But again, I'm just here for the fun of it, and I hope you can appreciate the realism. You can appreciate that these things happen. I'm doing my best not to curse on this video, so we can just keep it appropriate for the younger audiences as well. Community guidelines and all that. We don't want to get strikes on the channel either. And I believe some of the younger audiences also appreciate this type of content, so I want to ensure that it is going to be suitable for them as well. If you have any cars that are a bit unusual, or very unusual, or maybe more unusual than the Cappuccino that you've got for the Le Mans 700, let me know. I would like to try it out. That's if it's not already in my garage. I'd be more than happy to do a tune. I do enjoy tuning just as much as I do racing, so I'm always excited about it. You may have noticed the 46 Doctor livery I've got on this Cappuccino. I can't remember who the creator is, but I will leave it in the description for you guys if you'd like to check it out. I'm a big fan of Rossi. I've been a motorbike rider for a very, very long time, about 18 years. So this livery goes well down my streets. Alright, gonna slow down here into third gear, navigate around this corner. We're on P7, so we're not doing too bad on lap 3. Let me just check the weather again without taking my eye off the road. Tires are starting to be toast. Lap time's not too bad, 4 minute 36, considering we spun out earlier on and hit the wall. But again, like I said, these things happen. If you've never crashed on track before, you may throw the first stone. But I'm sure there won't be any stones coming my way today. We've all been there. I will be there again. Oh, I will be there again. I see 2 cars gone into the pits there, so looks like we're making our way to P5. Looking at the weather again, we're okay. It's not going to be a wet day today, guys. We made the right call. It was almost a mishap. In my mind, I just had a feeling we might be having a dry lap, and looks like my gamble has paid off. I stayed on racing stop. I have not changed tires yet. I'm just going to hold out We may need to change tires on the next lap, but I beg to differ. I beg to differ. Let's just check back on that fuel again. I've got about 2 cars ahead of me and 1 closely right behind. So let's just get past this section first to get on the long straight. Okay, I see 2 cars coming from behind. We may be able to catch up with the 2 up front, and we might be able to get into P1 here on this lap. P1 on lap 4 would not be bad. Would be well appreciated. Looks like we can do 2 laps here, which will take us into lap 5. I might try and hold on into lap 5 on the racing soft tires. I might be able to stop just in time here. The track is starting to get wet, so of course my braking zones are changing, and I am not in control of it. I'm just going to be gambling on it. This is not my go-to car for Le Mans 700, of course, but this is the car I will go for if I want a challenge, if I want you know, that stomach clenching type of fun where you're chasing position, where you know you're gambling on your braking points, where you're literally begging for the car to stop. It is very rewarding. In the miles per miles department, of course, not so much on the lap times. As you can see from my lap times, not the best. I will be doing some videos on my favorite cars for Le Mans. Like I said, I think I mentioned earlier on, I have over 20 cars that I use for Le Mans, so I really love these races. It is the inspiration for this channel, to be honest, because I've tried a number of things just to spice it up. For example, I would do a race where the goal is to cross the finish line out with no fuel left. So I have to cross the finish line on 0 fuel, basically. And I have done it a few times. It takes a lot of discipline, actually. So it comes from it helped me learn how to manage fuel, how to be conservative, how to gauge my fuel properly, how to manipulate my lap times as well, depending on where I'm at. So that's a great exercise to get into if you're that kind of thrill seeker like myself, and you like to live on the edge. WTC 700 is that race for you. If you want a bit more of a challenge, if you're not the kind of person that would just literally sit and grind all day with the 787B or LM700 or the Porsche 696C, I think it is, or maybe even the Nissan, you can pick some cars that are terrible on fuel and just really give yourself a challenge. Whoa, we made impact there. I'm not sure if that was my fault. I had the inside line. Oh, and I just rear-ended him. I will give him some space, just let him maintain his lead a bit there. That is my attempt at sportsmanship. I'm not going to try and overtake. I'll just give him a bit of space, okay? We have enough on tires to make the next lap, but how are we doing on fuel? Okay, we have 1.5. Once we get on the straight, I think I've given him enough space for that impact. I try to simulate how I would behave in an online race, even when I'm racing with these AI. So there we go, we're back chasing for P1 now. I think I've given plenty of space. That's only fair. I can keep chasing now. I'm gonna stay on the outside. I struggle around this. There we go, just in time. May not need first gear. It's almost gonna spin out there. I'm keeping it tight. There we go. Foot down. Now I can see the rain is completely gone, guys. We're on lap 5. I'm going to be pitting on this lap, of course. I don't even have enough fuel to keep going if I wanted. My tires are almost toast, so I do have to be conservative on tires here as well. So I'm going to give myself a bit more space on the braking, because I don't have that much grip. My back left tire is about 70% worn, so this is going to be quite a close one. Our best time served on the last lap was 4 minutes and 22 seconds. That's not bad actually. So you can see on the weather radar the moisture, the rain, the wetness is completely gone. So like I said, I'm now conserving tire, not so much fuel, giving myself plenty of time to brake so I can make it around the next corner. If I'm going to spin out now, I will be losing way too much time than I would gain trying to take P1 right now. So I'm just going to be patient. It's a patience game right now. I'll try and get close, and if I can catch his slipstream, that would be great. I may not necessarily go for overtake here. It's just going to stay in the slipstream. So I'm braking time, and I did not brake in time. That's just a characteristic of this car. The brakes aren't great. I'll stay in the slipstream anyway, given some time. I'm not going to overtake. This will help me just maintain my tires as well, so I'm not chasing for P1. I have crashed into him, so this is just me being disciplined. It's not about winning for me so much. He can brake, I can't brake. You can see what's going on here, guys. Okay, there we go. Alright, that's enough. Let's go for P1. I do have to pit now anyway, so here's where the challenge begins. We've got about, we've got a good gap ahead of us here. Let's see. Yeah, he's well ahead. He's well ahead into the distance. Can we come back from this? I'm more concerned about my back left tires than I am about catching up with them, to be honest. I just need to remain patient. I need to remain patient, get myself into the pits, and get back into this race. It is. I'm starting to feel a bit hot now. It's really getting challenging. I really want to go for P1. I can't go for P1. All right, let's. Yeah, there's no point risking my tires. I was going to just. Yeah, let's catch a bit of speed here, and then back on the brakes. If I completely lose that back tire, I will struggle to get back to the pits. So I've just gone down to fuel map 1, just so I can gather a bit more acceleration anytime we get on the straights here. But I need to really nurse it around these corners because I'm struggling. I'm struggling on grip right now. You might wonder why I've not gone for racing mediums. It's just because, to be honest, it's not worth it. He's staying out. We are in trouble. He's staying out. We're going to lose a lot of time here. This is the price you pay for sportsmanship. You might say, don't crash into him in the first place. Of course, that's the easier thing to say. But like I said, we've all done it. We're in the pits now. I love pitting actually. Some people are always looking for the best car with no pits. I enjoy pitting. It gives me a chance to take a break, reflect a bit, think about my bad decisions, and yeah, we've got 2 laps left. There's 7 minutes on the clock, so that will definitely get us into lap 7. I'm going to get myself ample amount of fuel. I need to let that fuel get into at least the 3 lap, so I can really go bananas. I'm chasing P1 now. We're in P6. Easy out here. Just get out. Oh, that Lancer is about to hit me now. Okay. Gonna chase the Corvette. We're in P7 now. I'm not sure how much heat I have in these tires. We're at fuel map 1. So I know on fuel map 1, I have tested it. We're getting around just over 300 kilometers an hour on the long straight. So I'm gonna make some time back here. Just need to be patient. Okay, let's get on the power nice and early. We're going to pass the Corvette now. We have plenty of fuel. Full tank there. It was definitely worth the wait. Those couple of seconds will really buy us time. I'm going to just stay on the full map here. We're just focused on chasing position right now. Gonna get on the brakes at 300. There we go. Make sure we can correct our speed. Keep it tight around here. Straighten up and get back on the power. I'd rather get back on the power nice and early than through the barrier there, like we did earlier on in the race. So it's just a little compromise you gotta make, getting back on the power, because we are going quite fast, and these brakes just don't cut it for this car. I do have the racing brakes on it and the racing pads, but it really makes no difference to this car. Perhaps maybe a different brake balance might help, but I've tried different configurations, and I think I've got +2. Is it +2? Yeah, that's to the rear. Putting a bit more weight to the rear since we're walking okay here. The brakes was much worse. We're not really in a position to experiment right now, so I'm just going to leave it as it is. We'll focus on braking nice and early, downshifting. There we go. Getting down the gears and right onto the power. So I believe at the end of this straight you're here to get to P4. I've got a nice long stretch here to catch up. There is plenty of acceleration here, undoubtedly. Oh, just got caught out by the rev limiter there. We passed the Lamborghini as well. Now we're going to focus on braking on the 200. That should slow us down just enough to get into third gear. Keeping it tight around this outside. Brake nice and early into second gear. Keep it tight on the inside. Keep it wide. We're going to keep it wide. I'm going to brake nice and early into second gear. Turn tight. Get a good rotation into first gear. Bouncing up the limiter, we lost some time there. That was completely unnecessary. We're on P4 on lap 6, approaching the final straight here. I'm not sure what all these turns are called. I just enjoy the thrill of it. Okay, so we're going to navigate these in third gear all the way around. We'll stay on the outside here and then cut it in tightly, which is setting me up nicely for the next corner. There we go. As you can tell, I'm really excited about this. I'm not sure how this is going to turn out. Let me see if there's any cars that's going to be pitting now, because that will buy us a few positions. I see 2 cars pitting. This should take us into P2 at the very least. We might just have to chase for P1 here. I'm not sure how many cars was actually pitting there. We may be in P1 already. Yes, we're at P1 on lap 7. Let's go. There's really no losing this game. Oh, he's just coming out of the pits there. He's just coming out of the pits here. We have our contender for P1. And I was slacking on that corner. Let's get back on the power nice and early. I need to see how we're doing on fuel. Okay, we're okay on fuel. 1.4 laps. Keeping it tight around this corner. Let's go. Okay. Whew. This is super exciting. We're making time back now already. Nice and early on the power. Get on the straight. We're going to put some distance between us now. Let's get back to the full map view, and he's not even on the map right now. Let's go. 300 kilometers per hour on the long straight is insane. Out of this little guy, but of course that comes at the expense of the inability to stop. But if you can really master that and manage it properly for this car, we're stopping around that 250 mark there. We just about cut it. That's fine. We're making it into second gear here. We're gonna get nice and early on the power. I'm swinging wide on these just like I can put my foot down. Like I said earlier on, my traction control is on set number 1. I am considering turning off completely. It just makes the race a bit more exciting for me. It's not a matter of just putting your foot down everywhere. Okay, we started braking on the 300 mark there, and we have slowed down just in time, just enough for this corner. Oh, I've got to just cut the curb there a bit, destabilize the car. We're making time back now. Let's just check on the time board. Okay, we're doing well so far. I'm not chasing lap times, of course. It is just a thrill. You can. I've got the microphone on my chest. You might even be able to hear my heart beating here. This is exhilarating. Any mistake now, I know I do have a decent lead, but if I were to spin out now, I could potentially throw away P1. And this is how close these races get. Especially when you're taking up a car like the Cappuccino here, which just, it's a walkout. It is a walkout. It really is mind-boggling. That's why it's so much fun. So I would like to, I'd love to get your feedback if you're willing to give this a shot. Let me know whatever changes you would make, or if you're not willing to give this a shot, assuming you're not at level 50, for example, and you're unable to do an engine swap. What do you think of this kind of videos? Is there any other oddball type of cars that you would like me to see race with? I do enjoy the challenge, and if you are willing to take this challenge, I challenge you. Let's do a Cappuccino engine swap. Let me know how you get on. Let me know how you get on. I also do the races at Sardinia, but truth be told, if you read my channel description, this is my favorite race in the game. It's just so dynamic. It's not overly fast-paced, and it has a really nice flow to it. I love this track as well. I know it's quite well, and it's just really rewarding getting on track, getting started, seeing the weather change, trying out different strategies. It wasn't a very wet one here. Maybe even a little bit disappointing actually, because I would have liked to have changed into intermediates, but that's not what it's about. If you are a Le Mans 700 person, you know exactly what I'm talking about. You take it as it comes. And there we go for P1. Woo! Our final time here is 31 minutes and 27 seconds. We are 19.7 ahead of P2. We haven't lapped any cars here, but thankfully we did put down the fastest lap of 4 minutes and 10 seconds. So that I can be happy with that. There we go for the Le Mans 700, 825,000 credits, and of course we got our clean race bonus there. So let me know what you thought of that. I will be putting the replay videos throughout the entire video, so you can have as much fun as I have and I'm having with this race. What a race! What a race! Absolutely incredible. Thank you for watching. If you haven't hit the subscribe button already, hit that right now. Peace.